Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's coffee is amaretto. I can't remember where I got it, but it's readily available in a lot of places. Oh, yes, I do. I remember I got it at Aldi's. And I find that Aldi's coffees have a very strong taste. Not that the coffee's strong, but whatever taste they say it is fairly strong, which is good, because if I want an amaretto flavored coffee, I want to taste amaretto. I just don't want to taste just coffee. So I rearranged my coffee bar again. I wasn't liking the syrup bottles where they were. So what I ended up doing, this actually came from my desk, and I thought, well, it would be a good place to put coffee because the color sort of goes with my coffee bar, and it looks a little less cluttered that way. And then I ended up putting my syrups over here, and that looks less cluttered too. I mean, my internet thing has to stay there, so I have to work around this. And then, of course, there's my TV that I use to watch TV in the kitchen, so that has to stay there. But I'm much happier with the way it is now. The syrups are sort of out of the way a little bit, and in the morning I can just set my creamer on here. It doesn't stay there, obviously, but yeah, I'm much happier with the way this looks now. So I keep rearranging things until I'm happy with the way it looks, because why not? All right, so this morning, instead of the coffee creamer, the chocolate, I didn't like it with the amaretto. I'm going to try the French vanilla. So we'll see how that goes. And they do have amaretto coffee creamer, I'm aware. You can't always get it. So French vanilla you can almost always get, so we'll give that a try. And I hope I didn't put too much in there. Okay, cheers. Yeah, that's better than the chocolate creamer with the amaretto. But I like amaretto liqueur too. It's very tasty, and it's good in your coffee. So today I'm going to go to my daughter's again and have brunch with her again. Yesterday I went over there and we had brie cheese that we melted, and we had some fresh sourdough bread with it, and it was really tasty. So we're going to do the same again this morning, and then I have my doctor's appointment for my other leg to get that done for the varicose veins, and we'll see how that goes. So, all right, I will meet you at the budget book while I enjoy my coffee. All right, back at the budget book. So yesterday I didn't spend any money. My handyman did come over yesterday, and he installed my attic floorboards that now I can go up and walk around there easily. And get my things out of there that I no longer like, which I'm going to be working on during the winter. It shouldn't be too cold up there. So there's clothes up there that I still want to purge. I've been doing that for a while now, but a lot of those things are just, I just don't like them anymore, or I wore them when I worked and I don't need them anymore, so I'll pass them on to somebody else. There's things up there that I had for when I had my little jewelry business, and I used to go to art shows, and there's stuff there that I don't need anymore. So it needs to go. And my daughter came over yesterday and helped me empty out more things from the basement, which I'm very thankful for. So we're going to have a big garbage pile again this week. So today, when I woke up, it was about 37 degrees, and it's going to be 54 degrees today. And sunny, not terribly warm, but a pleasant day. So I do have to go to that doctor's appointment today, which is like right in the middle of the afternoon. So that's going to kind of cut my day in half. And usually if I go somewhere and by the time I come back, I just don't feel like starting any projects. So maybe I'll just do a little bit of decluttering in my dining room. I still need to work on that a little bit and get something accomplished. So, but this morning I won't be doing too much because I'm going to go over my daughter's house around 10 before I have to go to the doctor's. So I don't know if I'm going to spend any money today. I called an exterminator yesterday to see what they do for mice, because they're starting to get into my food stash. They like the sweets, so we threw away a lot of like cake mixes and candy that was down in there. So they were mainly in one cabinet where I kept all the sweets. So I need to get an exterminator, but what they told me was it was like 140 or 180. They didn't give a specific price, dollars, for them to come out. And basically all they do is set up mouse traps. And you know, I don't really need somebody to come and set up mouse traps, and then they go around your house and look and see where they're potentially getting in. I can do that myself too. So I'm thinking maybe of, instead of spending that money, because they only come once, they don't come back for a follow-up, at least this particular service that I called. And I've had them before to get rid of hornets that were in my siding, and they did a good job, but I don't need somebody to come and set up traps. I'd rather just spend the money on Amazon and get the traps myself, because they don't even come back for a follow-up unless it's another, I think it was either $50 or $80 to come back. So I felt that was a waste of money. So I'm going to see what's available on Amazon and try and take care of it myself. And we'll see how that goes. Of course, everything that they got into, I threw out in the garbage. But a lot of that stuff was old, so I don't feel too bad about it. It was probably past its prime anyway. But I have to do a little bit more down there and rearrange some things with my other food. They don't seem to like that as much. And of course, they don't bother the canned stuff, but I do have to clean things up now that the little buggers made a mess. So anyway, that's my saga about the mice. If any of you have any suggestions on how you handled a similar situation, I've never had a problem like this before. Let me know in the comments below what you did to get rid of them, and we'll see. All right, so that is my budget book talk. The handyman did cost me $75, but like I said, that does not count on this no-spend calendar. This is just for discretionary money that I spend, and it doesn't include home repairs, and it doesn't include my monthly bills or medical. So those things do not go on this calendar. Anything else that I spend money on, I track. So, all right, I will be back later. Okay, well, good morning. I'm drinking my coffee. Cheers. So today is day 12 of Simple Living, and it says, get wisdom. It's worth more than money. Choose insight over income every time. That's from Proverbs 16:16. And it says, just because something is cheaper by the dozen doesn't mean that you need a dozen of whatever. If you have a choice between several cheap items or one quality item for the same price, don't be fooled into thinking that quantity makes up for quality. One beautifully made piece of clothing will serve you better than 5 cheaper items of lesser quality. Now, when it comes to clothing, I never spend a lot on a piece of clothing. First of all, sometimes I get tired of my clothes, and if I spent $100 on a top or a dress, I would feel terrible having to get rid of that piece just because I don't want to wear it anymore, or maybe my figure has changed and I can't wear it anymore. I may have gained or lost weight, whatever the situation. So for me, I would rather buy less expensive clothes, because at this point I have a lot of clothes, and honestly nothing ever wears out. So I usually give them away when they're still in very good condition. And that is one thing I do get bored with, is my clothes, if I keep wearing the same thing. Now, that doesn't mean my casual clothes. I don't care. I'll wear the same pajamas, or I'll wear the same sweatsuit, or, but I'm talking about other clothes. And I really don't want a capsule wardrobe, and I don't want to wear the same thing over and over and over again, because if I do get dressed up on the rare occasions that I do anymore, I want something different. And rather than going out and buying something new every time I get bored with my clothes, I just pick something out of my closet, because I have a lot of clothes. So I have to kind of disagree with that a little bit in certain categories. I think all of us, after a while, want to change it up a little bit for most things, and I find that to be true. Now, when we're talking about a tool or something, I can see spending more on a tool, or buying a better washing machine, or buying a better refrigerator, or, but even that, buying the quote-unquote high-end appliances, I don't think that's necessary either. So, but buying the cheapest ones isn't always the best plan either, because then you have to replace them. Now, when I bought my washer and dryer, when I moved in here, they were new, and they lasted. My dryer still works. It works just fine. My washer lasted 20 years, and the problem with that was it was getting very hard to get the parts. So, and that was not the most expensive washer and dryer set. It was a Maytag, The washer I bought on an open item, and it had a dent on the bottom of the side of it, but that didn't affect how it worked. So I think just because you spend a lot of money on something doesn't always make it the right thing for you. Now, you may not agree with me, and that's fine. You know, if you always go out and buy the best of the best, that's okay. But for me, because I am on a low income, I don't have that luxury. And like I said, if I spent a lot of money on something, then I would want to hold on to it, like probably forever, even if I didn't use it anymore. So, but if I spend less on something, then it's easier for me to let it go. That's my opinion. So, but I understand the concept. And yes, you don't want the cheapest of the cheap either, because it falls apart. So something in between works okay at a really good price if you can get it. So it says, make wise choices that simplify your life by focusing on quality instead of quantity, in relationships as well as in material things. And don't forget to ask God to help you discern true quality in every situation you encounter. Then it says, buy a fine quality tool that will serve you dependably for many years instead of an inexpensive one of inferior workmanship that will fall apart after a few uses. And there again, I mentioned tools. It's probably a better idea to buy better tools than cheaper tools. And sometimes it depends on the use they get. Like if I were a total DIY person, I would go out and spend a better quality on it. I would spend more money on a better quality tool. I might buy DeWalt or something else, but everything that I use is sort of light duty. So for me, a Black & Decker works just fine. And, you know, yesterday I showed you the little screwdriver I have, and I have a little drill that are rechargeable, and, you know, I hung all my open kitchen shelves with those, and it allowed me to drill the holes and put the screws in and all that. So for me, that's good enough. I don't have to go out and buy a DeWalt drill or, you know, whatever. So anyway, that's my little chat on 101 Ways to Simplify Your Life by Candy Paul, Day 12. So, all right, I'm going to get ready now and go to my daughter's, and I'll be back later, and we'll see how the day went. These are my daughter's 2 cats and one of her dogs. She found the cats under a truck and brought them home. Here's my quick and easy dinner tonight. My homemade soup that I made in the slow cooker yesterday, a sandwich, some chips from Aldi's. Those were the garlic toast chips, and some beets I had in my prepper stash. So just a little bit of everything, and it's very tasty. So there's quick and easy dinner for tonight. I did not cook. I cooked once, and I'm going to eat a couple meals of the soup. Okay, well, it was an interesting day. I went and had my other leg done, and it was a little different than the first leg because the first leg had the clot and the phlebitis and all that going on. So this one, he treated some superficial veins that had backflow problems. So anyway, boy, I'll tell you, things have sure changed, because this is I think it's my 3rd go-round with the varicose veins. The first time was, many years ago, probably at least 40 years ago, I would think. maybe not quite that many, like maybe 35. I forget the time frame. But anyway, back then they did what was called a high ligation, which where they cut the saphenous vein and then they tie it off. And then they put this foam, like a thin foam rubber on your leg, and on top of that they put a TED hose, and you had to leave it on for, I don't know, a good week anyway. So that was the first time around. And then the second time that I had it done, because they keep coming back. So the second time I had it done, they, again, they did the butterfly IV and injected your leg with saline. And then again, you had to wear a compression stocking for an amount of time. I don't remember what it was. So, and then this time around, it was really simple. I only have to wear knee-high hose, support hose, and he just wraps my leg in a bandage for a day or two, a couple days. And then that's it. And I asked him, I said, well, do I need any more treatments? You know, what's going to be happening? And he said, no, you're done. So Thursday I go back for a follow-up appointment, and hopefully everything will be good and I'll be done with it. But my left leg that I had done first is still pretty sore, and he aspirated blood out of the veins because it's like all knotted up. And so I'm hoping with him aspirating the blood out of there, he showed me, you know, it was like a vial with this, maybe this much blood, because there were several places. So I'm hoping that relieves some of the pressure on the veins and they won't be so sore now. He said that the second leg should be easier than the first leg because I don't have phlebitis in that one. So we'll see. We will see. But he said to walk around, and you know, there's no restrictions on activities or anything like that. So hopefully it works, and I'm hoping they don't come back again, and then I'll have... And he said, the doctor said that blood clots are now the #1 killer of people. It's not traffic accidents anymore. He said it's more people that develop blood clots. So, and I guess when you have this issue, you have a higher risk of developing blood clots. So he said I should be good to go. So, let's hope so. So, all right, well, that's all I have for you today, my friends. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you. And I'll see you next. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Thanks for watching.